What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Ramsa here, and today I'm joined by a very special guest, C-Reacts, who is going to get destroyed in his own video series when it's my turn to fight him in the C-Reacts against. I gotta talk shit. You know, it's not a big fight at Fighter Century if there's no shit talk. Excuse my language. Now, to those who have no clue what I'm talking about, he has been doing this awesome series where he's been fighting a lot of us Dragon Ball tubers in his Xenoverse session. If you want to see the C-Reacts games, I will link those videos in the description below. So, C-Reacts, you know what we're talking about today?
You briefly alluded to it, but I think you should go over it just so these beautiful people can hear it. Oh, and by the way, people give me shit if I don't whoa-bam, so we'll just throw that in there. But now, go ahead.
Well, the whoa-bam is kind of required. Now,
yeah.
Since everybody knows at this point that Trunks is returning to Dragon Ball Super, and by the way, this is the same future Trunks from back in the day. It's not the main timeline one. I know there was a lot of confusion. I even made a video basically saying that there's a possibility for the other one, but it's not. It's the same future Trunks. It's just... There's a lot of questions that need to be answered here, which will obviously, hopefully, get answered once the arc starts. But I wanted to kind of take it back. I wanted to take it all the way back to the Trunks arc, or the Android arc, I should say, the first time Trunks showed up. And I'm talking about when he showed up against Frieza and sliced them up. That was a special moment. Like, we just watched Goku go toe-to-toe with Frieza for so many weeks leading up to that point. And then here comes Trunks and just wipes him out in one shot. Well, two shots. He sliced them, and then he basically technically he sliced them into more pieces and destroyed them. Point is, he took him out in a second. Then Trunks becomes even more awesome again later when he trains with his daddy, which is kind of weird to say, but with his dad, Vegeta, and they come out the time chamber extremely awesome. Now, there's a question that I've had for a long time, and really, this was kind of answered this past week on social media. I asked this question on Instagram and on Twitter. Which Trunks do people like better? The armor version of Trunks, the one that's post time chamber, the Room of Spirit time Trunks, or did you guys like Trunks when he showed up the first time and destroyed Frieza, and why? Now, the reason why I decided to do this video in the first place is because, surprisingly, in the past, not really just the past week, but the past couple months, I've noticed that the fan base is kind of split. So either you're an armor Trunks side or Sword Trunks. Huh?
Split like Frieza. Sorry. Was that funny?
I see what you did there.
Guys, please love me. Keep going.
So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to basically review what both Armor Trunks and Sword Trunks did, and then basically this is your chance to kind of get together as a community, have a little fun little video, debate, discussion, whatever the hell you want to call it, of which Trunks you like better. So, C-Reacts, are you ready to review Sword Trunks first?
So we're going to review both and then decide.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Let's do this.
Let's start with Sword Trunks first. I mean, again, the cool thing about him is he showed up. He was this mysterious guy. No one knew who he was. Like, I remember I watched this without having, like, the spoilers like I do today with Dragon Ball Super. Like, I had no clue who this kid was. He just showed up. Yes. He went Super Saiyan, and he dealt with Frieza. Yes. Absolutely insane.
Go ahead. You go first.
No, you can go ahead.
I was gonna say, because it was the same for me. Like, you know, I was watching it straight through because obviously I was young. I was just watching them as they were being aired, like, on TV, or at least they were reruns or something. But I was, like, pretty fresh to the series and everything. So, you know, I see Frieza as, like, this fucking terrifying guy who, you know, did all the shit he did on Namek, like, pushed everyone to their limits. And then when I hear that this fucking purple-headed dildo man is coming back to destroy Earth and Goku's not there, I think that everyone is fucked. And, you know, I'm a kid, so I'm, like, super hyped. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are they gonna do? No one else is a Super Saiyan. Then he shows up, and then there's just this, like, random guy who shows that, like, I don't know. Honestly, when I first saw him, yeah, he looked cool, but I kind of hated him at first, just because I was like, who is this guy? Like, I don't know why. I didn't like the new people. I wanted Vegeta to do something, but then when he went Super Saiyan, I cannot, the first thing I give to this first Trunks is the element of surprise. Like, the other Trunks couldn't do that, obviously, because, you know, obviously he had some moments, but we'll get to that whenever we cover him. But when he went Super Saiyan, I lost it. I didn't know what to think. It was so hype. And then the way that he handled him was arguably the most savage moment. Like, we haven't seen anything. We haven't seen somebody get sliced in, you know, other than, like, Boo and stuff, but that doesn't count because he can regenerate. But, like, Trunks legit cut a dude in half and then sliced him into pieces. Like, what?
Let's also not forget about the attitude, too, because it's like when Frieza threw his supernova at him, and the dude just like, excuse me, this is yours? Like, he's like holding it.
He just slowly walked back up with the fucking suit. Like, it looked like a sun. Like, what?
Yeah.
So when you're first watching this, it's crazy.
Yeah. And on top of that, you know, his overall design was awesome. Like, he's got the sword. I mean, Everybody loves swords. It's like it's always been a cool weapon to have. And here he is, a Saiyan with the ability to use a sword, and it just fit really right. So
Yes.
overall, his initial entrance, him going Super Saiyan, destroying Frieza, having this awesome design, it's overall a good reason why Trunks became a favorite character to a lot of people.
Very,
But
very fast.
that's just one Trunks. Now the next Trunks, again, gave us like some amazing moments. Now the next Trunks, obviously, he's got the design's not as cool, but it's pretty cool actually, I should say, because he's got the kind of like long hair, he's older, he's got the armor.
Some
Saiyan armor has always
some
been.
people prefer the Saiyan armor, surprisingly.
Yeah,
like,
well,
it caught me off
that's
guard.
That's what I was going to say. Like the Saiyan armor is signature to the series. Like even when Goku and Gohan were wearing a time chamber, I love that.
Yes.
And here we have Trunks now. Not only is he wearing the Saiyan armor, he's also ascended. Like the first time he went Super Saiyan or Ultra Super Saiyan against Cell.
Oh, man.
And just kept powering up and just kept stronger and stronger. Was super buff, crazy powerful. That again said chills down all our spines.
That
I mean,
was
ultimately he lost a fight, which kind of sucked, but I mean, obviously, he can't win. He's not the hero in this situation. It was still cool to see Trunks do something amazing again, because let's be real here. In between from when Trunks leaves the future and comes back to the point where he leaves the time chamber was kind of like a blab moment for him. It was usually him just being a little bitch most of the time. He doesn't really do anything special. He just
Yes.
kind of like, teen angst, cries a lot, doesn't really do anything. Which, again, in his defense, he went through a dark time for 13
Yes,
years. He's
yeah.
also not powerful enough to fight Android 17 and 18. On top of that, now we have Cell. But again, we're gonna go ahead and throw the middle part out the window and just only focus on the first time Trunks shows up when he has a sword and cuts up Frieza, and then the second time where he's he's got his armor Trunks form. He's got a Ultra Ascended Super Saiyan. He really gives everybody like the chills when he fights Cell, and those are the two Trunks that are your favorites. Now the question is which side are you on? And now I ask you that question, Dion. Which one did you like better and why?
Ah, man, like it just sucks because they both had such like great moments. It's almost weird. Like I almost want to choose option C, Trunks, when he was fighting Broly, because he kind of had the first outfit, but he had the long hair, like in this other one. But that's not included.
Cop out answer.
I won't go with that one. I guess if I had to choose, I would have to go with the first one.
Okay,
When he
so the
first,
sword one.
Yeah, the Trunks with the long sword style, man. It was just everything he did. Like I feel like if he didn't okay, let's say he would have shown up like he was after the hyperbolic time chamber. Like if that was people's first kind of viewing of Trunks, I don't think he would be nearly as popular of a character if he would have shown
hold
up.
on, before you keep going, to cut you off real fast, before you keep going, when I say post time chamber Trunks, I'm also including the part where he went back to the future and destroyed the androids.
Oh,
So
you
use
just
that as
made this so
consideration.
hard.
Yes. So basically, it's pre-Trunks or post-Trunks.
So are we
Which
going
one
with
is it?
design or just like kind of like just who he is
Everything.
as a character, or
it's,
just
it's
like
post-Trunks and pre-Trunks.
'Cause when he
Pre-Trunks
went-
is when he showed up with the sword. He basically had Super Saiyan. He cuts up Frieza in half. And the post-Trunks is just the Trunks that fought Cell in both the past and the future.
I still go with pre, okay? And now that we're
Okay.
kind of adding the character dynamic, like, okay, when he went back to the future, that movie, when he went back to the future in, post hyperbolic time chamber Trunks, that was kind of him achieving his goal. Like, he went
Right.
back, and it was fucking savage. It was beast, and like, I could watch that scene over and over again. It was amazing.
Uh-huh.
But he was achieving his goal. If you think of a series like God of War, like a revenge kind of theme, like when he first showed up, he was there and he was like ready to fuck shit up. Like he had like so much motivation, and he looked like a badass. Two, he beat the fucking dude who just gave us the longest 5 minutes of eternity on Planet Namek in like 3 seconds. And three, he was just a fucking savage, and like he had all of that kind of pent up rage. You could tell that he had like
Right.
a dark background, the attitude. He was a lot quieter. Yes, I understand why he was whiny later. Like, it does make sense. It makes perfect sense. But I still, if I had to choose between the two, I'm going with the first one. Just
You know what?
yeah.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with the first one. And the only reason why I'm sticking with the first one is, again, I like the idea of the sword. I just, when he came back and destroyed Frieza, to me was a very special moment as opposed to the stuff he does later. And that's just because, again, we just spent weeks and months watching Goku take out Frieza and like
Yes.
this guy's supposedly the strongest person in the universe. And then here comes Frieza, not Frieza, but Trunks out of nowhere, cuts him like it was nothing, just completely destroys him. He's a badass. He got a sword. I like his
And
little
called
Capsule
his
Corporation
ultimate move.
jacket outfit he has. Like, it was cool. It was awesome.
Yes.
Now, that's not to say that the Trunks that exist in later, the armor one, isn't bad. I still love him as well because again, he had his amazing moments where he fought Cell, where he kept powering up. He was clearly stronger than Cell. He just didn't have the speed to beat him. And then on top of that, when he went back into the future, the attitude change of being able to destroy 17 and 18 on top of that Cell, which is beautiful. But ultimately, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the Sword Trunks just because I just like the idea of the sword and the outfit a lot better than the Savage one. So that's 2 votes for Sword Trunks, I guess, in this video.
They were both,
and you know what's
but they were both like yes, I do. I'm sticking with my answer. You know, I'm not gonna give a whole bunch of other reasons for this other guy. We gotta wrap this thing up. But the second Trunks, like, still, you know, strong honorable mention because like I'm just playing back that scene when he killed 17 and 18. I forget which one where he yelled, "This is for Gohan!" Like that part, like, gave me chills. And like he just had the hand in the face, like both. Like, just Trunks as a general character, like, because it's one character. Like, I like that he's a savage. He's, like, the only character to, like, just show up, and, like, his goal is to just get shit done. It's not to, like, play around and, like, let somebody get stronger. Like, he shows up and wants to kill you. So
that's a complete joke joke question. GT Trunks or Future Trunks?
Stop it. Stop it. I'm not even going to answer that. I'll destroy you.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you tune in to me destroying C-Reacts in his own series later. But for now, we want to hear from you guys. So in the comment section below, vote either hashtag Armor Trunks or Sword Trunks, and don't forget to say why. I'm curious to know how the community splits, because again, I never realized that the community was so split in half when it comes down to both the Trunks, because I see it. I mean, like you know, me and Dion just said, Armored Trunks is really awesome, and he's like up on par with Future Trunks, but the Sword Trunks. But ultimately, Sword Trunks for both of us wins by a small margin, and because of that, I feel like the answers are gonna be all over the place. So just as we prepare to go into this Trunks arc in the next week or so, we want to hear from you guys. Which Trunks you guys like better and why? So do that in the comment section below. Dion, is there anything else you want to say?
I was just gonna say, like, if we could just take the long hair from the other Trunks and put it onto the other Trunks, like to the pre-Trunks, then that would be our perfect Trunks. And by the way, you're talking a lot of mess, but you're gonna be Mecha Frieza or Meta, whatever the fuck. Somebody's gonna be a fucking nerd about it. You're gonna be Frieza, and I'm gonna be Trunks in the C-Reacts games. I'm just letting you know.
You know, it's funny because, like, watch like when we actually fight for your video, you're gonna just crush me in all the videos and all the fights. But I did get some W's against you off camera. So
off air, yeah. You made sure to show those ones, dick.
With that said, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed today's discussion, debate, whatever the hell you want to call this video, leave a like right below, and don't forget to answer the question: Armor Trunks or Sword Trunks, and why? And I guess let's see what the community thinks as we prepare to go into this Dragon Ball Super Future Trunks arc, as the future is in peril once again. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys in the comment section below.
Goodbye.